Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Lutfi Hamdan. In this video, I would like to explain you guys about Victorian age of literature, and this video are delivered as assignment to introduction of English literature course, and this is it. Now, we're gonna talk about the definition of Victorian age. Victorian age or the Victorian period in English literature refers to the period between 1837 and 1901, marked by reign of Victorian Queen. This period witnessed significant change in British society, particularly due to the Industrial Revolution, which had a profound impact on the development of literature. And here are some key aspects of the Victorian era that are tied to literature. The first one is social change, and the next is literary development, including dominance of prose, problem novels and novels education, morality, portrayal of ideal life, realism, serialization, and patronage. Now we're gonna talk about the social change. This is very important because there will be many movements in society such as industrial revolution, urbanization, middle class growth, and poverty. And we're gonna talk about literary development. The first one is the dominance of prose. The Victorian age is referred to as the age of prose, as novels become the most popular and dominant form of literature, and problem novels and educational novels. Victorian novels often addressed the social, moral, and political issues facing society at the time. Next is morality. Victorian literature often emphasizes moral and ethical values and sought to improve the morality of society. And next, we're going to talk about portraits of ideal life. Victorian novels tend to present idealized portraits of life, such as hard work, love, and good fortune, ultimately prevailing. And we have realism. George Eliot, one of the leading writers of the time, applied realism in her fictional work, trying to eliminate elements of romanticism. And we have serialization. Serialized publication of novels in literary magazines became a popular trend, allowing writers to reach the wider readership. And the last one is patronage. The patronage system, in which writers were supported by nobles and the wealthy, still existed, but its influence began to wane with the growth of the middle class and the wider book market. Now, we're going to talk about social background. The Industrial Revolution and Urbanization. The Industrial Revolution, characterized by a population shift from rural areas to industrial cities, transformed the lower classes into urban proletarians working in factories under harsh conditions, leading to poverty, crime, and disease, which became central themes in literary work like Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, depicting the lives of orphaned children in poverty-stricken London. And we have changes in social structure, the emergence of wealthy and educated middle class, which significantly altered the social structure of Britain and held considerable influence over culture, education, and social values, widened the gap between the working class facing poor working conditions, low wages, and limited access to education, and the middle class enjoying luxury and education, while also emphasizing moral and ethical values like obedience, decorum, and adherence to societal rules in Victorian society. Influence of Methodism and nonconformity. The influence of Methodism, emphasizing morality, hard work, and simplicity, and nonconformity, playing a crucial role social reform and supporting the Liberal Party in the 19th century, significantly impacted the working class, who developed the trade union movement to protect worker rights and improve working conditions. And we have cultural and value influences. The dominant moral and social values of the Victorian era, known as Victorianism, emphasizing obedience, decorum, and adherence to societal rules, influenced Victorian literature, which often emphasized moral values and ethics, as seen in Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, exploring themes of love, morality, and female independence, and presented idealized portrait of life, emphasizing hard work, love, and triumph of good over evil. And now we're gonna talk about characteristic of Victorian age. And we have several characteristics of Victorian age. Dominance of prose. This period is known as the Age of Prose because novels were the most popular literary form. Realism. Victorian novels often depicted the realities of social life, including poverty, crime, and injustice. Morality. Victorian literature emphasized moral and values ethic, aimed to improve societal morality. Romanticism. While realism dominated, some literary work still incorporated elements of romanticism such as love, natural beauty, and spirituality. Social criticism. Many Victorian writers used their work to criticize social injustice, political corruption, and economic exploitation. The last is Victorianism. The term of Victorianism refers to the dominant moral and social values of the Victorian era, such as obedience, decorum, and adherence to societal rules. Now, we're going to talk about writers who existed in Victorian age. Three writers are famous in Victorian age. The first one is Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870. didn't reach the peak of his fame in the 1840s with novels like Oliver Twist and A Christmas Carol. His popularity continued grow until his death in 1870. Charlotte Bronte, 1816 to 1855. Jane Eyre, the novel that made by Charlotte Bronte famous, was published in 1847. It was widely acclaimed and is considered a classic of English literature. The last is William Makepeace Thackeray. Thackeray reached the height of his popularity in 1848 with the novel Vanity Fair. It received critical acclaim and considered one of the finest works of Victorian literature. Okay everyone, this is my video about to explain about Victorian age of literature uh, as assignment introduction to English literature, and this is me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.